So, und hallo auch auf YouTube. Willkommen zu einer neuen Folge von Elysium. Wir waren letztens ja am Ende des ersten Tages. Wir haben noch nicht beendet und ja, das machen wir jetzt mal, obwohl wir eigentlich recht spät sind. Ich musste mal gucken wegen den, wie heißt das? Wegen den Dingenskirchen, was wir da hier. Das ralle ich noch nicht so ganz. Aber ich würde sagen, wir machen jetzt den Tag zu Ende. Wir sehen uns morgen früh. Alles klar. Tschüss. Machen wir Tür zu. Hm. Hm. Was ist da? Ah.
A mirror hangs above a bent and broken sink.
Mhm.
In a fierce discharge of masculine energy, someone has ripped half the faucet off.
Ich glaube, das waren wir. Hm.
Was this not the same Elo that founds empires and lays waste to cities, virile, uncaring towards the little things?
Hm.
Probably not, no.
Hm.
Hot water sprays from the faucet's base, and steam covers the mirror. You cannot see yourself, just a vague impression of a man.
Ja, die ist ja hier unten ist. Hm.
Suddenly, you realize you have no memory of the face that awaits you there, underneath the soft vapor.
Na dann, du setzt dazu an, den Spiegel freizuwischen.
As you slowly reach your hand towards the surface of the mirror.
Hm.
Abort. You clearly have not thought this through. You won't like what you see there, and you will never unbecome it.
Vielleicht sollte ich erst mein Gesicht berühren, um sicherzugehen, dass es alles in Ordnung ist. Wäre eine Idee.
Yeah, there is definitely something wrong with it.
Was? Was ist nicht in Ordnung?
Where to even begin? There is the bloatedness,
Hm.
then the swollenness. It's like there's an upholstery of alcohol underneath your skin.
Tut mir leid, du berührst deine Nase.
Bet you are. Your nose feels like a small balloon in the middle of your face. It hurts when you honk it. It doesn't appear to be a particularly tiny nose either. Not with all the drinks it's absorbed for you.
Wenigstens meine Zunge in Ordnung. Du berührst deine Zunge.
It's not. It's swollen and snail-like, wriggling between your fingers.
Ugh. Du wischst. Du, du wickst. Genau. Du wickst jetzt den Spiegel frei. Nee, du wischst den Spiegel frei.
Behold.
Hi. Ha! Ah, wir haben auch ein neues Bild hier unten. Nice. Scheiße.
You have no idea who this thing is, do you?
Du meine Fresse, was ist das? Natürlich weiß ich das. Es ist ein Superstar? Ich glaube, ich bin ein Superstar.
It appears you're also dead.
Oh.
There's clearly rigor mortis on your face. Oh wait, is that an expression? Are you trying to make an expression with that face? Why?
Ich versuche nicht, ihn aufzusetzen. Der Blick setzt sich selbst auf.
Please stop. It's horrible. You're scaring yourself.
Okay. Du versuchst damit aufzuhören.
Oh my God. You can't stop.
Damn it!
It's like it's not even voluntary anymore. You have worn that grin into your face and now it won't come off.
Scheiße.
What does it even mean? What is the emotion you're trying to convey?
Dass ich ein Superstar bin. Nein, nicht wirklich. Oh je, keine Ahnung, etwas Unbeschreibliches. Ich glaube, es soll anzüglich wirken. Ich fürchte, der Blick ist für die Damenwelt bestimmt. Hm. Hm, hm, hm. Deutet damit an, dass ich einigermaßen sympathisch bin. Ich glaube sogar, wenn es so rüberkommt, auch wenn ich wie ein trauriger Typ wirke, dessen besten Zeiten vorbei sind. Mir hat das einen gewissen Charme. Weiß ich nicht. Dieser Blick des Schmerzes. Please kill me.
You are correct.
Was für ein. Ah. 83%. Du gehst in dich, um herauszufinden, was den Blick verursacht hat.
Like the rest of you, it comes from a bad place somewhere in the past. That's all you know for now.
Hm. Bolzenschneider. Hm. Obwohl 3%?
It's too late. Like an image on film. The expression belongs to your primary motor cortex. It would take a minor neurological miracle for you to cease producing it.
Damn it.
As you turn, a bright light catches your eye, making you squint.
Wo kommt das her?
From a distant sunset, a stage light, flash photography, nowhere in particular. It's just what superstar law officers do. They squint at lights and they solve shit.
Ehrlich gesagt klingt es seltsam, wenn die Wörter Superstar und Gesetzeshüter gemeinsam bei einem Satz auftauchen. Ja, das stimmt aber irgendwie schon.
What are you, deaf? They're perfect, like rockstar politician and drug addict teacher. Embrace the superstardom you've worked so hard to establish.
Wohl, Bei dem Gesicht hier unten, ich weiß ja nicht. Ja,
Yeah, a cool trash superstar. Big
okay.
dick cop down on his luck. Salam Rocky by here. Badass on the edge disco cop. Time to recede into a ludicrous fantasy world. Here we go. Camera. Lights.
Augenblick, hast du gerade groteske Fantasiewelt gesagt? Action.
With a sudden flash, the world freezes around you, and you along with it. In an iconic monochrome solution, a black silhouette against a rasterized orange world. It's on.
Okay. Ein Superstar. Logik minus 2. Okay, und das erstmal klarzustellen. Niemand hat behauptet, dass du ein echter Superstar bist. Einer mit Groupies, Kokain und mit Hepatitis C, der wie ein Löwe vor dem Mikro posiert. Du bist nicht Guillaume Le Million oder David Lewis? Nein, du bist ein metaphorischer Superstar. Du indizierst deine Rock'n'Roll-Authentizität und deine Leidenschaft in einen Beruf, in dem die Leute nicht damit rechnen oder nichts davon wissen wollen. In dem, wie manche sagen würden, solche Dinge nicht zu suchen haben, den Beruf des Polizisten. Hm, weiß ich nicht. Wirklich besser. Kaltblütig. So, ich muss ja einen Platz frei machen. Das ist natürlich richtig. Mechanik. Neugrundwerk. Gesamt 5. Okay. Aha. Obstgeist. Hm. Ach, wie, was kann der rein? Ah, okay. Mechanik. Gewandtheit können wir ein bisschen höher machen, oder? Hm. Zwielicht? Naja, ich weiß nicht. Hm.
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall.
Warte mal. Bolzenschneider. Hier. Zack.
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. In it, your face, adorned with the expression.
Nee.
The faucet is quite terribly mangled, but you just might be able to twist its parts into place.
Mhm.
You handle the chain cutters deftly, applying just enough pressure. The faucet regains a recognizable shape. The steam stops.
Yeah, wir haben was repariert. Nice.
Told you that you needed those chain cutters. Everything is connected. Everything has a purpose.
True.
The mirror begins to clear slowly without you having to wipe it.
3%. Komm, probieren wir es nochmal.
Still not happening. It won't come
Schade.
off that easy.
Schade.
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. It's barely covered in steam anymore. It's your face in the mirror.
Okay.
The fan stands still. The lights are on.
Okay.
The switch must be broken because nothing happens. The air in the room is starting to feel like vaporized urine. The bed is cold and not particularly inviting, but it's yours. The sheets look awful.
The option to go to sleep becomes available every night after 9 p.m.
Okay, können wir das...
The window stands broken in its frame. Cold wind blows in.
Haben wir das schon gemacht?
The shards face outward. Whatever broke this window came from the inside.
Habe ich jetzt mit der einen Hand eingeschlagen? Let's see.
A fine web of scarring covers the back of your right hand, but none of it is recent.
Was dann?
More likely a projectile than a held object. There are no fragments on the floor from pulling a tool back in after impact.
Wie gutacht ist das Ausmaß des Einschlagens?
It is too large for a bullet, yet too small for a piece of furniture. You're looking for something heavy and larger than your fist. The shoe you found on the balcony fits the hole almost as well as your foot. It would have also been heavy enough if thrown with force.
Wir haben den Schuh rausgeschmissen.
Congratulations. You smashed the window with your own shoe.
Nice. Richtig nice. Was für eine bescheuerte Idee.
Pretty much. But hey, at least you found your shoe.
Genau.
Not that it will keep you warm at night. Brr.
Mhm. Ja, da würde ich sagen, aber die Tür ging noch nicht, ne? Haben wir schon probiert. Okay, Zeit fürs Bett gehen.
The bed is cold and not particularly inviting, but it's yours.
Ja.
The sheets look awful.
Na gut. Hau mal rein.
The sheets feel at once coarse and clammy against your skin. The bed sags beneath your weight as you stretch out and finally close your eyes.
Good night. Sleep tight.
And then sleep doesn't. And then sleep doesn't come.
Warum nicht?
Maybe it's the bed's fault.
Du überprüfst das Kissen.
Its synthetic filling has separated into hard lumps. The pillowcase smells oddly.
Oh no.
Smells of alcohol and sweat and grease.
Bah. Ja, was mit Schlaf, das wäre wohl nichts. Du überprüfst die Decke.
It barely covers your toes, stretching over your soft belly. This is your body here, intimate and warm, breathing. A bit tense in the muscles. Relax.
Du drehst dich auf die andere Seite.
It's a little better. Colors, scenes, and half-formed phrases still litter your mind. Part of you is still trying to solve the case, isn't it?
Wer hat ihn getötet? Wer?
Something to do with, what was it that the lieutenant said? Union? And it's gone again. Your thoughts lost between the slowing brain waves.
Keine Gedanken mehr. Schlaf jetzt ein.
Your breathing steadies. A great silence washes over you until your eyelids twitch in your sleep and images start forming.
Oh. Ernsthaft? Hm. Lol. Das ist ja eine Disco-Kugel. Was?
Do you remember the scent of your childhood?
Das sind wir. Wurde ein Krankenhaus geboren, wo die Leute normalerweise zum Sterben hingehen.
You're not kidding anyone, Harry. You don't remember shit. Tell me,
Okay.
do you remember your wife's hand on your face?
Ich wurde verlassen.
That's right, funky baby. And you just stood there. One hand on the bottle and the other on your dick. Watching her go. Let it all be dragged away from you.
Oh shit.
Tell me, where are your friends? Human beings have friends, Harry boy. Where the hell are yours?
Armer als alter, altes Ego-Scheißen. Klingt irgendwie so. Ich will nicht wieder der Alte werden.
They were only cramping your descent into the abyss. Now they're gone. 3 times gone and never coming back. All of it. You failed. You failed me. You failed Elysium.
Das ist Elysium.
Everything. The pale and the useless. On the surface. The outer magnetosphere. Burning, furious truth. 8,000 years of written history.
Okay.
You really dropped the ball, Harry. 4.6 billion people. And you failed every single one of them. You really fucked up.
Ich habe die schon mal gesehen.
No, you haven't. You're just sleep talking. And the act is wearing thin, too. The spots on the disco ball fade around you. You'll be back in those cold snakeskins in no time, sweating up the bed. Stinky boy.
Will ich aber nicht.
You're not coming back from shit, thrashing around in that high conductivity state of yours, bumping into things and acting like a clown. Who are you kidding?
Ich versuche diesen Fall zu lösen.
You're trying to what? I can't hear you. This is just a word dream now. Jumbled up garbage. The pictures are gone. The bed rises to meet you. A thin, sleep-like state. More glass than velvet, grinding in your head.
Wow. Ja, Scheppe. Kissen? Aua.
So something is wrong. Sleep shouldn't be this bad, this dry, this unnourishing. There's something wrong with your thoughts. Some kind of new type of hangover.
Gott, es gibt noch eine andere Art.
Oh yes, party boy. And
Ach,
it's worse than the one before. Just think of the shit you saw. Here it comes too. So soon already. A silent alarm goes off in your head like clockwork. Barely let you sleep at all. Time to get those clothes on, Harry.
Damn it.
Time to go to work in the shit factory.
Das heißt, wir müssen aufstehen jetzt, oder? Ja. Ja. Beschissen geschlafen.
Good going, buddy.
Läuft bei dir, Kumpel. Ja. So was von. Und hallo an alle Lurker, die jetzt gerade reinkommen sind oder schon ein bisschen länger da sind. Hallöchen. Viel Spaß beim Zuschauen, ne? Oh mein Gott, was zum Teufel war das denn?
Oh, just a dream. You have ones like that all the time.
Damn it.
You feel even worse this morning than you did last night.
Na toll. Was zum Teufel ist mit mir los?
You mean, why are you so tired? Too tired and down to even think? It is worrying, isn't it? You can't be a detective like this. Detectives need to be able to think.
Fühlen wir uns gut? Was ist denn dazu?
It's just that your heart has finally pumped all the speed out of your system, Buster. Time to get some more.
Was?
You're too weak to say no now. Waking up is the worst part. Maybe somewhere down the line you could decline.
Vielleicht musst du ja später etwas ablehnen. Okay. Hi, Sini. Willkommen, Malüchen. Ja, alles gut? Moment, was ist...
Speed is a potent central nervous system stimulant. It kept you propped up all day yesterday, despite your debilitating hangover.
Hm.
How else did you think you even got up from this floor?
Könnt aber ohne probieren, oder?
It's power, man. It's professionalism. It makes you feel like you're young again and ready to detect. Ready to go to war against the world.
Wir versuchen mal ohne. Nein, ich halte das aus. Ich begebe mich nicht auf die Suche nach Speed.
Are you sure?
Ah.
Ready to live as this pathetic shell of yourself for days? Basically, a week? Let's be honest, 2 weeks. Maybe 3. You won't make it. Half the town will be dead by then. You will be fired.
Du lügst, ich schaffe das auch ohne Speed. Versuchen Sie mal. Oder stirbt auch nicht die halbe Stadt.
Suit yourself, slow, sad shell man. See how you do without your spark.
Oh je. Aber das... Aber wir können dann probieren, ne?
A mirror hangs on the bathroom
warte.
wall.
Immer noch nicht. Okay, Inventar. Da hatten wir ja die Werkzeuge. Was war das? Schlüssel. Nein. Konstitution ist besser. Aber... Bild hält 6 Flaschen. Okay. Nochmal raus. Hier hin.
The door is closed. There is no answer. You hear the shower being turned on somewhere inside. A tremendous loneliness comes over you. Everybody in the world is doing something without you. The door is indifferent to your loneliness. The world does not care. This door can only be opened with a key or from the inside.
Na gut. Wir haben es probiert. Oh. Ach, da ist er ja schon. Morgen. Hi, Cam.
Morning.
Er nickt dir kurz zu.
Looks like we can get to work at once. The union muscle turned up. They look rowdy. We should talk to them.
Was ist denn mit drauf lustig? Sind das die Typen, von denen uns Garte gestern erzählt hat?
I completely forgot. Sorry, I had a rough night's sleep. It's them by the looks of it. Loud and nasty, just like the manager said.
Okay.
One loose thread less to worry about. And one big problem to replace it.
Okay, guck mal. Was meinst du mit drauf lustig?
I mean ungovernable. Martinez isn't exactly enthusiastic about the RCM being here. They prefer to be policed by the union. These men here.
Okay.
Men who drink beer for breakfast? There's talk of an armed wing of the union called the Hardy Boys, who are
Ooh.
responsible for state policing. I think it's them.
Okay.
Everything points to the dock workers union. The tracks in the mud, the circumstances in Martinez, my preliminary information.
Das passt irgendwie dahin, ja.
Which may, of course, all be wrong. But we still need to talk to them, and it won't be easy. That would just escalate tensions. No captain would sign off on it. Solving one murder isn't worth a conflict between the RCM and the Debarders Union.
Na, okay.
In fact, even the death of 2 detectives might not warrant an all-out war. So let's keep a cool head, okay?
Alles klar.
One more thing before we do. We don't have to talk to them immediately. We can walk right past them, continue with our business.
Yeah, streetwise. Zoom right past. Do it on your own terms. But aren't you curious to know what they have to say about the murder?
Eigentlich bin ich ja schon neugierig, ja.
They're in no hurry to leave. They think they own the place.
Ja.
Anyway, I leave that choice to you. Whatever you decide is fine by me.
Da will ich aber trotzdem sagen, wir speichern mal. Oh, wir können aber mit denen erstmal sprechen.
Just a moment.
Na klar. Das ist Lena.
She's agitated, judging from the way she keeps pulling at the frayed edge of her blanket.
Na, wahrscheinlich wegen den Typen.
And there's no public phones nearby?
The closest phone booth is down the coast. Sorry for the inconvenience, ma'am.
Der Cafeteria-Manager scheint seine Entschuldigung ernst zu meinen.
It's fine, I understand. Thank you anyway. I'm glad to see you again, dear.
Guten Tag, ist alles in Ordnung?
Please don't trouble yourself about me, sweetie. I was just hoping to make a call, but the Whirling's phone line isn't working.
Vielleicht können wir die wieder herstellen.
The union office probably has a phone, but I can't really get there. Or to the phone booth down the coast. And Gary's phone is dead too.
Moment, was ist denn mit der Leitung?
The manager was vague about it.
Wahrscheinlich
Why
zerstört.
would he be vague about phone problems? This is something to look into later. Ask God, maybe.
Ja. Wobei, es könnte vielleicht wichtig sein.
To let the young woman who's house sitting for us know that we may be delayed. Morel, my husband, and our friend Gary were supposed to get back by Monday night. But they're still missing, and I haven't heard from them.
Uh-oh.
I was also hoping she'd heard from Morel.
A little missing persons puzzle might just be the thing to take your mind off the hangover.
Okay, dann erzählen Sie mal, war Ihr Mann schon öfter verschwunden?
That's just it. This isn't like him at all. He always plans his expeditions so carefully.
Okay.
But you have more important things to worry about.
Wie sieht aus dem Fenster zur Bucht hinaus?
More important than a missing expedition? I don't know. Expeditions often lead to something interesting.
Worum ging es bei dieser Expedition Ihres Mannes?
Just some field work, sweetie. Morel is a highly trained scientist. He and his assistant Gary are studying an extremely rare species of insect. But they should have returned by now. They were just going down the coast across the water lock to set a few traps. He said they'd be back on Monday. What could be keeping them?
Moment, wer ist dieser Gary? Vertrauen Sie ihm?
Oh, sweetie, it's nothing like that.
Sicher?
Gary's as loyal as they come. I trust him with my husband's life any day.
Halten Sie sich in einer üblen Gegend auf?
There's a nameless old fishing village nearby, but we've never had any trouble there before. There is a lot of crime around here, isn't there?
I can't say it's the best part of town, but I wouldn't worry too much about a pair of grown men traveling together.
Naja, ich weiß ja nicht.
Some fringe science is exactly what's needed right now. Spice up that vanilla murder investigation.
Das liegt an der Angelegenheit für die Polizei. Ich werde Ihnen helfen, Ihren Mann zu finden. Und das machen wir auch.
Are you sure we have time to go chasing after bug hunters just now? I did suggest we play it cool, but
Hm, ich glaube, es wäre gut, von dem Gag etwas Abstand zu gewinnen.
A sigh. He takes off his glasses and wipes the lenses on his jacket before replacing them.
well, the man's already been dead more than a week. I suppose a small diversion won't hurt too much.
True.
Oh, thank you, officers. Truly, I'll be right here if you come across any sign of Morel.
Schleus am Kanal ist kaputt. Also Ihr Mann ist also ein Wissenschaftler?
Oh, yes. A zoologist. A cryptozoologist, to be more precise.
Hat das mit Krypto zu tun?
It's a pseudoscience that
Ah,
attempts to legitimize research into mythological beasts and urban legends.
Ah, okay.
That's one opinion, yes. And people are entitled to their opinions.
True.
She's used to playing off such insults casually, but they still affect her.
No.
My apologies, ma'am. I did not mean to undermine your hobby.
It's not a hobby, dear. It's a subfield of zoology, one specializing in animal species that are so exceedingly rare that many assume them to be extinct or even fictitious.
Okay.
Searching for such species called cryptids is difficult and often thankless, and frankly, many scientists are too lazy to do it. Universities these days are rarely interested in supporting real research.
Aber zur Kryptozoologie gehören wahrscheinlich auch diese andere Viechers, wie man sie beim Analog-Horror kennt, wie Skinwalker und sowas. Aber wenn sie wirklich geben würde, das wäre.
The quality of research at Revacholian universities has been on the decline, but you doubt there was ever a time when cryptozoology was embraced by the academic elite. She's completely internalized her husband's struggles. They are her own.
Okay. Erzählen Sie mehr über Morell, über sein Aussehen, seinen Charakter, ihre Beziehung.
Oh dear, I'm not sure where to begin.
Wie sieht die Mann aus überhaupt? Fangen wir mit den einfacheren an. Ständig darüber
Well,
statt Dario.
His expression is slightly grumpy, but his eyes are always bright and curious, like a small boy's. And his palms are quite coarse from all the field work, but he's quite gentle.
Okay.
You can't go around Revachol feeling grown men's hands. If you want to find her husband, you'll need more concrete information. It's always a challenge to describe the person you know best in the world.
Versuchen wir es nochmal. Warum versuchen Sie nicht, ihn wie einen Ihrer Kryptiden zu beschreiben?
Oh, well, he's a bit shorter than you, but with a larger frame, and he has longish white hair, usually a bit uncombed. You might say wild, even.
Oh, nice.
The lieutenant pulls out his notebook and begins jotting down the woman's description.
Oh, super, dass Kim dabei ist.
One other thing, he'll likely have all kinds of field gear on him, even if he's not out in the reeds, you know, just in case.
Wie lange sind Sie schon verheiratet?
We'll be celebrating our 16th anniversary this autumn. Not the most numerically satisfying anniversary, but I like the less obvious milestones even more somehow.
Wie haben Sie sich kennengelernt?
Via dating agency, I'm ashamed to say. I was looking to get back into the scene after recovering from my accident,
Hm.
and he just divorced.
Oh. Okay.
We hit it off, and, well, here we are.
Dann hoffen wir, dass wir ihn finden, wa?
She's skipping over some important parts. Perhaps you'll find out more later.
Ich glaube, ich habe jetzt alle Informationen, die ich benötige. Reden wir von etwas anderem.
I hope I've been useful.
Erzählen Sie mehr von diesem seltenen Insekt, das Ihr Mann so...
Oh, sweetie, it's fascinating. But I shouldn't bore you with entomological minutiae.
Amuse me.
The lieutenant gives you a sideways glance.
Doch, ich will mehr über das Insekt wissen.
Well, it's a phasmid, technically, but
Ah yes, Phasmatodea, a diverse group of insects whose bodies resemble twigs, leaves, that sort of thing. Ghost insects, colloquially.
Okay.
where other phasmids imitate sticks or leaves, this one's a living reed. It disguises itself among the reeds here on the Insulindian coast.
Hmm.
Hence its name, the Insulindian phasmid. Perhaps you'll end up co-discovering the phasmid with us, officers.
Wer weiß.
I knew it. We're gonna be chasing made-up insects with cryptozoologists.
Ja, aber... Wenn der vielleicht nicht mehr auftaucht, dann...
It's not made up, officer. I can assure you.
Oh.
It's simply elusive, so much so that most establishment zoologists doubt it exists at all.
Warum denken Sie, dass die Phasmide sich hier in der Nähe aufhält?
Well, some teenagers making out in the reeds saw one. They didn't know what it was, of course, but there was a brief article in a local newspaper about their encounter with a ghost insect that looks like the reeds. Gary sent us the clipping.
Also ist ein Zeitungsausschnitt der einzige Beleg, den Sie haben?
Of course, most phasmid sightings turn out to be false alarms, but their description matched the Insulindian phasmid perfectly, and they didn't even know what they were looking at.
Enthusiasm has wiped the worry from her face. Her eyes sparkle behind her glasses.
Die scheint sich für diesen Kryptiden echt zu begeistern.
I suppose I have something of a personal connection to the Insulindian phasmid. All scientists have their little hobby horses.
Na, das kann ich mir denken. Und ist sie gefährlich?
Not at all. Why else would it hide itself so carefully?
Ist sie wertvoll?
Oh, I doubt it. No one gets into cryptozoology for the money, sweetie.
Hat sie coole Fähigkeiten?
Yes, it can blend in almost perfectly among the reeds. It's how it stayed hidden all these years, centuries even.
Ah, ich weiß ja nicht. Okay, was ist so besonders an dieser Schilfschrecke?
Oh dear. I'm afraid I'm not explaining this very well. It is very special.
Befangenheit wird die Frau ganz rot im Gesicht. Oh, oh.
Morel can explain it all much better. I wish you could hear him describe it. Then you'd understand, I'm sure.
Schleuse am Kanal ist kaputt. Ihr Mann sitzt sicher nur auf der anderen Seite der Küste fest.
Oh my. What happened to the waterlock?
Wahrscheinlich irgendein technisches Problem.
Well, whatever the cause, I'm thankful. To both of you. You've spared me another sleepless night.
Ja, und wir mussten nicht mehr rumgehen. Gut, dass wir vorher ein bisschen ein bisschen umgegangen sind.
You're welcome, ma'am.
I hate to ask, but if your investigation takes you to the other side of the coast, please do keep an eye out for my husband.
Maybe.
The quest for knowledge is never over.
That's true.
And if you see him, let him know Lena is waiting for him here at the Whirling. He gets so tangled up in his work that he may not know the water lock's been repaired. And it's cold out there.
Wenn ich ihn sehe, richte ich ihm aus, dass sie hier sind und wenn und falls sich die Gelegenheit ergibt.
Oh, you're such a dear. Thank you, sweetie.
Vielleicht könntest du sie dazu überreden, etwas über coole Kryptiden zu erzählen?
You're an enthusiastic idiot, but you're still an idiot.
Danke. Bist Idiot. Danke. Oh. Ich will alles über Kryptide wissen. Lebende Kryptiden, ausgestorbene Kryptiden, Kryptiden im Meer, Kryptiden an Land. Ich bin bereit.
We don't have time for Cryptozoology 101. Let's get back to work, shall we?
Okay, das wäre vorerst alles. Okay. Guten Tag.
Can
Sir.
I help you? Got the 20 real?
Noch nicht.
And why are you wasting my time and yours?
Eieieiei, der ist ein bisschen wieder mal angepisst, der kleine Junge hier. Ich glaube, wir gehen mal... Wollen wir mit denen reden? Nichts geht über Geld. Ja, gib mal her. Ups. Nein.
Yes?
Entschuldigung. Sollen wir jetzt rein oder nicht? Was sagt denn das Notizbuch? Der Rauch auf dem Balkon. Suche Wohnung. Ah. Okay, da können wir später. Okay, ich muss 20 Real auftreiben. Mache ich. Mach dann weiter. Wir können ja mal mit denen labern. Ein Napf, die Spucke darin stinkt nach Tabak. Ah. Schnupftabak oder sowas. Fotos von Männern in Arbeiteranzügen, die Waffen und Gewerkschaftsplakate tragen. Draußen siehst du Weißdornsträucher. Ach, der Kollege wieder. Tomaten sind so schön geschnitten, dass du durch sie hindurch sehen kannst.
You see a heavy steel door. The door does not. The cobalt blue, old cobalt paint. It
können wir
leads
ja.
to a... The man ponders his cooking utensils and gives you a little nod, acknowledging your presence.
Danke. Wissen Sie, was sich hinter dieser Tür befindet? Du weißt auf die blaue Tür.
He looks up at you, then looks away quickly, shrugging and muttering something to himself. Shrugging is an international sign for, no, I don't know what's behind that door.
Ein internationales Zeichen dafür, dass ich nicht weiß, was da ist. Okay. Finde ich gut. Finde ich gut. So, da wir das abgeschlossen haben, würde ich trotzdem nochmal speichern. Den hier überschreiben. Ja. Und let's go. Ab zur Gewerkschaft.
Over here.
Hier drüben. Okay.
Let me handle this.
Sagt die Frau zu den Leuten in der Kantine, bevor sie sich an dich wendet.
Detective disorientated.
Hi.
Are you still wondering where you are? This is Martinez, in case you've forgotten. I advise you not to overstay your welcome.
Ah, okay. Also sie ist die Ansprechpartnerin von den Typen.
Her entire character has shifted. This young woman is cold as ice.
Wusste doch, dass sie keine Gegnerin sind.
That's right. I am not a gardener. I'm a legal counselor for the Dock Workers Union.
Okay.
So let's get to it. You're looking for Titus Hardy? You think he has information that will help you? Maybe he does.
Sie deutet auf den Mann zu ihrer Rechten. Den hier? Oder den hier? Hm.
That's Titus. Talk to him. But know this. I'll be keeping an eye on you. No strong arming. Nothing official. The District of Martinez does not recognize your authority to make arrests.
Ah ja. Okay.
It doesn't matter if you recognize our authority. We will make an arrest if we have to.
She says nothing. Her glare speaks for her.
Welche Rolle spielen sie in all dem?
Like I already told you, I'm a legal counselor. Do you have hearing problems?
Nicht wirklich, aber was, wenn ich mit Ihnen reden will und nicht mit Titus?
What you want is of no significance, officer. Don't test your authority. In Martinez, you are no one.
But still human.
What are we going to do to you?
Sie beginnt zu lachen. Es ist ein kaltes, freudloses Lachen. Blödchen?
The union isn't going to do anything to you. It is not a crime syndicate. It is a labor organization.
Gut.
Goddamn right it is.
If anything, it is the RCM who do things to people. But we digress.
Warum sind Sie so aggressiv?
Aggressive? You make your living enforcing violence. These people are just dock workers.
Also ich habe noch... Also in dem Spiel, wo wir jetzt bisher waren, haben wir noch... Okay, haben wir den einen angehauen. Weil er uns herausgefordert hat. Aber...
Just dock workers? Do dock workers spy on the police? We let you off easy, miss. Don't think it will happen again.
Listen, you moral intern lackeys. You're a mob, enforcing the unlawful privatization of Revachol. 20 fat men in the Occident are stealing it all, and you're their bodyguards.
Fuck yeah.
Der großgewachsene Mann mit breiten Schultern nimmt sich einen Schluck von seinem Bier.
So ask what you came to ask, or get back to your commanders.
Das gefällt mir. Ein guter Anfang. Gehen wir noch einen Schritt weiter. Bewaffneter Aufstand. Welche Pläne verfolgt die Gewerkschaft? Mist. Alles klar, das machen wir. Wir stellen die Fragen.
Let's.
Miete verhärtet sich. Eieieiei.
This is where you say your bed.
Ein Mann mit breiten Schultern zeigt mit einer Bierdose auf dich. Okay.
Detective.
Wir müssen uns über den Mann unterhalten, der draußen hängt.
Oh, this is about him. A real looker, that one.
You're sure taking your time. Waiting for him to get ripe and pretty for you, huh?
Na, Shanky. Okay.
Oh, he was a real pretty boy by now. Real hot stuff. Letting out that pretty boy smell.
Time to go to work in the shit factory!
Die sind echt gut gelaunt.
Easy, boys. These janitors have a hell of a job cut out for them. I mean, I wouldn't go in there for a million.
Schlägt sich auf die Stirn.
You might want to start asking your questions now. It's not going to get better than this.
Do a head count first. Connect these men to the tracks you saw in the yard. Chances are they're going to match.
Lässt einen Blick durch den Raum schweifen.
Starting from the right. Boot size 44. Blonde man. In his 30s. Overbearingly masculine. Sitting on his right. Standard working boots. Size 45 or 46. Eldest in the room. Probably mid-50s. Smoker. Quiet.
Okay.
Across at the other table. Hobnailed working boots. Size 43. Gang tattoos. Mesk or Sarah Mauritian. In his late 30s, early 40s. He spent his youth in Villa Labos, a housing project in the Jamrock Quarter. There were incarcerations. Hard to say what else. The ink is fading.
Oh.
And then, standard working boot. Steel reinforced toes. Size 46. The big dick. Wide at the shoulders and lean at the hips. Rugby cap. Fingerless gloves. And numerous scars. A little under 40.
Okay.
The emblem on his vest says Rowing Club. A little patch below it reads T. Hardy, Captain.
Okay.
In the far corner, standard working boot, steel reinforced toes, size 44, 40-something, non-alcoholic beverage in hand. You squint. Is that a plectrum? Size 41, with the light step. Not a child, after all. An older man with a rat face, mean, watery eyes, and 2 front teeth missing.
Rattenvisage. Das klingt fies.
In the middle, heaving and wheezing. Big guy. Boot size 46. Deep marks. Probably carried the victim over. He alone is 130 kilos. Add the man in armor, and you could easily exceed 220. In conclusion, these 7 are the actors on the crime scene. The footprints were theirs, but there's a discrepancy.
Jemand fehlt. Die sonderbare Sohle?
Exactly. You've stood there for about 4 seconds, not saying anything. Hit them with questions. Where's the 8th Hardy?
The fuck is with you, fella?
Ich habe 8 Paar Fußabdrücke gefunden, aber sie sind nur zu 7. Wo ist der 8. Hardy Boy?
What are you talking about, madman? There's no 8th Hardy Boy. There's 7 of us and we're all here. Or what? You want to be the 8th Hardy Boy? We ain't hiring.
Actually, boss, we've been talking and we think she could maybe...
She? So there's an 8th Hardy, and it's a Hardy girl? Who might it be? Elizabeth? The gardener?
Shut the fuck up, Glenn! I do the talking here. Now what the fuck do you want, cop?
It has to be good, if he won't let you pursue it. Looks like the lieutenant thinks so too.
So let me get this straight. There is an 8th Hardy Boy. It's a she, and you don't like us talking about her?
That's right. We're not talking about this. This is a private Hardy Boys matter. Nothing to do with your shit. End.
Lieutenant.
You're not cops here. Don't go digging around if you don't want a bullet in the back of your head. I'm watching you.
Nett. Wie immer nett.
Good. We are all watching each other. Officer, your question.
Der Gehängte im Hinterhof. Waren Sie das?
The pretty boy. You guys really love talking about that pretty boy.
Funny. But my partner and I have a serious matter to discuss with you.
Warum sind Ihre Stiefabdrücke überall am Tatort?
You mean these boots?
Gebt seinen Arbeitsstiefel an. Schuhgröße 46. Stahlverstärkte Kappe.
We all got a pair. We wore them the night we took the pretty boy out back and hung him by the neck.
Also die geben das sozusagen zu?
Yeah, we did this. Together. All of us. Until he was dead. That's why our prints are all over the scene.
Whoa.
There's a catch hidden somewhere. He didn't confess so that you could take them all away. It's too simple.
Aber es gibt einen Haken.
There is no catch. These 7 honest men have all equally come forth to tell you what happened, so that you don't waste any more of your time.
Was ist mit mir?
All 7 together. They're diluting responsibility. It's an anti-arrest tactic.
Oh, haben sie ihn gekillt?
Why? 'Cause he was worthless mercenary scum. And he stepped out alive in my town.
Und war also, dass er ein Söldner war?
And he stepped out alive.
Wiederholte er, den Kiefer fest verankert wie ein Schraubstock.
What kind of mercenary?
The kind that shows up when you start a strike. The experienced kind, too. Had Kohoy and Semenine written all over him. Ex-Oranese Special Forces.
Okay.
A live grenade. Right here in our bar.
Eugene.
This one
okay.
has a special gripe with him coming here.
Uh-huh.
I can't prove it, but I know he was sent by the Wild Pines. They hire merc shit like that. Story of every strike from here to Samara.
Woher wissen Sie überhaupt, dass er beim Spezialkommando war?
Cause one night he walked straight up to the mic and said, "I'm Oranese goddamn Special Forces, and I'm gonna fuck you all."
Das wäre doch ein bisschen bescheuert, oder?
Really?
Yeah, really. Had a gin and tonic up there, sang some Oranese paratrooper song, and said he's gonna fuck everyone.
Okay.
We couldn't believe it either, but he fucking did, right there. Like some kind of animal.
Sire, the tale is true.
Mhm.
This is a serious violation of the karaoke code.
Okay, aber was hat er sich außer seinem Verbrechen gegen Karaoke denn eigentlich zu Schulden kommen lassen?
Wrong. He harassed women, raped one, harassed workers, threatened to kill some as a warning.
Okay.
From rape to harassment to threats of violence. Why the strange de-escalation?
Das verstehe ich auch nicht so ganz.
He regrets mentioning it. Hopes you didn't notice.
Zu spät, Junge.
They'll kill us all if we don't open the gates, if we don't let the scabs in, if we don't bend over. And that was before he started coming here.
Yeah, he said it was his favorite joint now. Started coming here every night. Drinking, grabbing girls. Grab one of ours mid-karaoke, right there on the stage.
He grabbed someone?
Der Lieutenant versucht, diese Informationsflut irgendwie zu ordnen.
Yeah, this girl's on the mic. A beautiful girl, young. Gets into the second verse of Lover Lake. The fucker grabs her legs, starts screaming. Show me your cunt! Why don't you show me your cunt? Then, he gets knocked on the head with a wine bottle. Doesn't even fall down.
War es dasselbe Mädel, das sexuell genötigt wurde? Vergewaltigt wurde, wie sie es ausgedrückt haben?
Aren't you fucking listening? My man is talking to you. He took care of it. They got the girl out before anything else could happen.
Yeah, me and Eugene got her out. Aren't you fucking listening?
Frankie's Papagei.
There's something odd here.
Aww.
Seems like they don't want to talk about that rape Titus mentioned. Why not? This is a serious allegation. Make them talk about it.
Okay, aber wen hat er dann? Das ist eine sehr schwere Anschuldigung.
No, you're not getting the name. That's a Martinez matter. And I'm not discussing it with you clowns.
There's nothing you can do for now. He's stonewalling you.
Wie haben sie denn umgebracht?
We hanged him up by his neck until he got real still. Wasn't that obvious, copper?
Didn't they teach you anything at the cop school, idiot?
Wow.
This is where an autopsy would come in handy. You have to work with what you know.
Wir müssen mehr wissen. Haben sie ihn geknebelt und sind keine Berichte über Schreitsohren gekommen?
Titus, you don't have to clarify anything.
Sie schreitet wieder ein. Okay, also war doch etwas mehr.
We overpowered him, dragged his unconscious body to the tree, put a noose around his neck, and hanged him till he was dead and steady.
Then we left him for seagulls, maggots, and you fucks.
Nett.
Make them a bit more uncomfortable first. Then see if it all adds up.
Hier stimmt doch etwas nicht. Eine Route. War er denn nicht ein professioneller Killer von den Spezialkommando? Wenn das stimmt, ist es ihnen dann gelungen, ihn zu überwältigen.
With numbers, asshole. How do you think? You're right, Lizzie. I've done enough explaining here.
Wow.
No, he hasn't. Not yet.
Hier stimmt da etwas nicht, oder?
Titus is solid as a rock, and so are a few others. But
Äußerst standfest, genau wie andere. Er ist den Druck nicht gewachsen. Er schwitzt stark und hat Atemschwierigkeiten. Jetzt haben sie ihn klugerweise aus dem Gespräch rausgehalten. Definitiv das schwächste Glied in der Kette. Hey, sieh da! Wendet sich dem Dicken zu. Haben Sie da hinten ein Problem mit der Atmung?
No.
Of course he's having trouble breathing. Just look at how fucking fat he is.
Wow.
Fuck off, Shanky. Angus is a powerful guy. All muscle.
Really?
Keep your eye on this powerful guy. Sooner or later, he's going to break like a piece of twig.
Wo hat diese Überwältigung stattgefunden?
Weren't you fucking listening? The fucker came to our bar. It happened right here.
Okay. Irgendwas verschweigen Sie mir.
And fuck you too, copper. Picking on Angus like this. We're done with this schoolyard shit. And just so you know, he doesn't have trouble breathing.
His all-muscle comment wasn't sarcastic. He's genuinely trying to look out for Angus.
Ah.
This one is a stone wall. You won't get more out of them about the night of the murder. Not yet.
Like what, copper?
Wer hat denn, der frage ich nach das Sagen? Ja. Titus oder Elizabeth?
Are you deaf? There will be no singling anyone out. You can't arrest a Hardy Boy without arresting all Hardy Boys.
Also sie hat das Sagen.
Do you think you could do that? Do you think you could arrest them all?
Als sie den Kopf zur Seite neigt, huscht ihr ein Hauch eines Schmunzelns über die Lippen.
A trick question. Don't let her lead the conversation.
Nein, aber ernsthaft jetzt. Wer hat hier das Sagen?
Who do you fucking think does?
That's right, asshole.
Hmm.
Titus Hardy runs the Hardy Boys. Ain't that so, fellas?
I think you got your answer, Mr. Law.
Na, ich glaube dennoch, dass sie hier das Sagen hat.
No, you did not get an answer. Titus does administrative work. He pushes paper, fills out forms the others can't read. But on that night, they all acted as one man.
Wann hat sich die Hängung
You
zugetragen?
don't have to keep answering his questions.
Sie ist definitiv die Anführerin. Definitiv.
I know, Lizzie. Relax. We killed him last Sunday night. Seemed like a good way to end the week.
Wie lange haben Sie das Opfer schon gekannt?
Known him? We don't associate with scum like that, asshole.
Yeah. Who do you think we are?
Quiet. He came around about 3 weeks ago when that Pines cow first sailed into town. Happy?
By the Pines cow, you mean Joyce Messier, the representative for White Pines? The same company you are striking against?
Ich glaube, das meint er.
No. I mean the Pines cow. The stupid-ass cow they sent in to fuck us over. But you know what?
Er reibt sich am Kinn und tut so, als würde er nachdenken.
Why don't you ask her about the pretty boy? I'm sure she has interesting things to say when you ask her hard enough.
That's enough insinuation for today, Titus. Officer, your interview is drawing to an end. Don't waste your last questions.
Die haben ihn einfach so ermordet? Keine Gewissensbisse?
How many people have you sent to the Shays? Ever felt remorse for them?
Chaise électrique is the method of capital punishment in Revachol under the Coalition. During the suzerain's reign, it used to be the firing squad.
Or send them to Reunion to rot. For 20 years. For life.
Okay. Und diese Wiedervereinigung, was soll das sein?
The River Esperance Correctional Facility, a military prison run by the Coalition, dubbed Reunion by the inmates. The origin of the name is unknown.
Das wäre mal das anders. Das klingt so wie eine gewissermaßen wie eine Ausrede in Richtung Hallo Foxy, hi, na?
But you see, a lawman, is something people agree upon. And here in Martinez, we agreed that this man had to die.
Das wird wahrscheinlich nichts bringen. Also schließen wir die Befragung ab. Also dann, was sollen wir jetzt machen?
Nothing. Your investigation here is done. Leave Martinez, go back to your stations where you belong.
I think we're going to stick around, thanks. Some things don't add up here, Titus. I've done this job for long enough to know that people don't just confess to first-degree murder. Even if it is a group responsibility, we're going to look into this.
Good luck with that. You've heard everything a rent-a-cop is gonna hear from us, real law officials. You're lucky you didn't get a beating.
Nee, das 3% hatte schon mal funktioniert, aber ich glaube, hier funktioniert's.
Establish authority. Yes. Authority. Feverish thoughts race through your mind.
Das soll das? Mehr habe ich nicht.
Did you already try the gun thing? I hear the gun thing is excellent and has great results.
Na, ich weiß ja nicht.
You're probably right. The others are only there for filler. To make the gun thing pop.
Ah. Erst erzählen sie mir, jemand sei vergewaltigt worden und dann verschweigen sie mir wer. Das ist doch der letzte Blödsinn.
Stop shitting your pants. You don't need to know, all right? We took care of it. The law handled it, all right?
Yeah. Aren't you listening? It's done. Finito.
3% easy. Erinnert an den Film Dumm und Dümmer, wo die Frau sagte, Chance von 1 zu 1 Million. Er nur, ja, es gibt eine Chance. Jetzt wir beiden vertreten hier das Gesetz, wenn man mal drüber nachdenkt.
No, asshole. You're nobody. I'm the law.
Ah, fuck you.
Stop yelling about the goddamn law in my establishment! We get it. You're all the law.
Danke, Garte.
Let's just all cool off. We had some questions, that's all.
Ach ja, ach ja. Also sie haben zugegeben, dass sie ihn gekillt haben. Okay. So, ich muss ja eins... Warte mal. Ah ja, wir haben einen Punkt bekommen. Nice. Ähm. Einschüchtern will ich ja nicht. Verzücken eher. Hm. Ist ja schon hoch. Hm. So. Gut. Hallo Handy. Hopp. Okay, was haben wir denn noch zu tun? Suche die Wohnung. Wir müssen ihn überzeugen von unserer Autorität. Ich muss gerade was ausprobieren. Ups. Ja, das war das Wort. Ich habe doch gerade ein Dings ausprobiert. Okay, so. Bitte mal. Und wie geht's? Ja, mir geht's ganz gut soweit. Bin ein bisschen müde, aber sonst. Ja. Eigentlich ganz gut. Ich freue mich schon auf das Zusammenbauen von den Miniaturen beim Tabletop. Ich habe die ja schon mal zusammengesteckt. Habe ich ja. Bild schon. Komm, wir probieren es nochmal.
There he still is, looking right through you with his white eyes. The body below is entirely dedicated to that corpse smell. Emitting it is all it does now.
Scheiß beisammen zu halten. Und du hast lang genug gewartet. Also, let's go!
As you breathe in, the odor comes over you. It's a smell of the mind telling you to run, and your stomach to wring itself empty. With your hands at your sides and your eyes squinting, you stand in it. It's a puzzle. What's hanging in front of you is a puzzle of decaying flesh, tattoos, and tendons.
Riechen die immer so?
They do after 7 days, yes. We are deep in decomposition here.
Gehst näher dran.
The man before you is naked, but for a pair of underpants and enameled boots. His skin is greenish, marbled with decaying veins, and blotched by lividity. A fading web of tattoos covers his chest and shoulders. The cargo belt used to fasten him to the branch above appears industrial in strength.
Du untersuchst die Stiefel.
The material appears to be ceramic. Its clean white stands in stark contrast to the decaying flesh above the knee. The man wore thick polymer socks, probably for padding. A fine array of interlocking plates covers them. Delicate and fragile, they feel alien to the world around you, out of place somehow.
Na. Das würde gar nicht hierher passen in der Richtung, ja.
These are clearly not boots. They're armor, possibly part of a larger set.
Klingt gut, ja, das auf jeden Fall. Das sind keine gewöhnlichen Stiefel, oder? Das ist ein Teil der Rüstung, die ihm weggenommen wurde.
Indeed. Technically speaking, these are sabatons, not boots.
Mit dem Wochenende steht, ja, auf jeden Fall. Da dürfte vorbeikommen. Also ich habe nichts dagegen. Jedenfalls nichts. Was? Nichts Wirksames. So, das wollte ich sagen. Weiter.
The lieutenant uses a memo technique A6. That's not just any notebook. It's a classic.
Nicht erwünscht, aber geduldet. Ey, erwünscht und geduldet, sag mal so. Ja. Da gibt's das Notizbuch. Erzähl mir etwas über die Panzerung.
It's clearly some manner of super armor. Or future armor. Super future armor. I'm useless.
Was für eine Rüstung ist das genau?
Ceramic plate. Zirconium dioxide, most likely. This is where the make would be. Under the hill. Fair weather. Fair weather model T500 VE. I'm guessing that's vitreous enamel. This is advanced stuff.
Dieses Material ist irgendwie hier irgendwie fehl am Platz.
It is. It's expensive.
Ja. Der Lieutenant malt mit seinem Zeigefinger im Kondenswasser auf der Keramik eine Linie. Danke, sehr lieb.
We've requested similar material for our tactical units for years now. The constabularies deemed it too costly. In that time, we've lost 6 men to semi-automatics.
Scheiße. Was kostet der Spaß denn?
For a full set, about 4 years of wages.
Aua.
For the northwest region of Revachol, an officer's average yearly income is 5,500 real, unadjusted for rank.
Moment, mein Jahresgehalt beträgt 5.500 Real?
Not too much, yes.
Das reicht.
The lieutenant nods, wiping his finger on his sleeve.
Wo ist der Rest davon? Wurde er von den Einheimischen gestohlen? Wahrscheinlich.
Piece by piece. He's been out here for 7 days. It would be odd if they didn't. We should keep a lookout for these species. The armor could yield information. This is one thing he might actually know.
Ja, der kleine Scheißer. Verstanden.
The Sabatons dangle off the man's decaying form, ageless and synthetic.
Wie konnte sich dieser Mann eine solch teure Ausrüstung leisten?
That's for us to find out. Mr. Gart implied he was security personnel for the harbor company. This confirms my own assumptions.
Die Ausrüstung für einen Sicherheitsbediensteten, aber auf sehr hohem Niveau.
I agree. This equipment is way beyond what a guard can afford.
True. Klopfst an die Stiefel.
A small bell-like sound fills the air, like tapping on the side of a porcelain cup.
Klingt zerbrechlich.
It's anything but. This material is a kinetic redistributor. It spreads kinetic energy horizontally, from plate to plate, dissipating it entirely. See?
Faint, organic lines cover the plates where they separate into smaller ones. These plates then divide into smaller plates until there are hundreds of them altogether.
Da wird die kinetische Energie verteilt.
Like whirls of floorboards, the design looks organic, influenced by highly resistant wood materials, like lignum vitae and ebony, perhaps. If trees were made of porcelain, this is what their cross-sections would look like.
Erst mit deinen Fingern über die Linien.
The smooth, glossy surface fractures into ever more intricate interconnections, peaking on the right sabaton, where you notice.
Was?
The whirls are in the shape of a letter and number combination, E50, 100, 1000.
Du zeigst darauf. Anscheinend ist da eine Seriennummer auf den rechten Panzerschuh.
Good. Can you read it to me?
Nach wie vor sehr schade, dass es keine deutsche Sprachausgabe hat. Ja, wahrscheinlich war es nicht im Budget drinne. Und außerdem, ich glaube, das Studio dahinter gibt es, glaube ich, gar nicht mehr. Das ist glaube ich, dicht. Glaube ich zumindest. Habe ich jedenfalls mal gehört. Das ist auch schade. Man bräuchte noch mehr solche Detective RPGs sozusagen. Das wäre cool. Also jedenfalls macht es bisher einen sehr coolen Eindruck. Wo keine Kämpfe sind, nur eher dialogtechnisch. Hätte Bock auf mehr. Stimmt. Budget ist auch immer bei Rockstar Games sehr klein, habe ich gehört. Naja. Prioritäten. Da sind die Prioritäten anders halt, ne? Er tippt sich mit der ausgetrockneten Spitze des Kaugenschreiber auf die Zunge. Kein gutes Detective RPG, ist aber ein Side-Scroller-Manier, aber sehr gut. Muss mal schauen, wie das heißt. War das irgendwie so, Pixel-Grafik, Pixel-Art?
X5415 6745 678222. Let's lie.
Nein. Lacuna. Und nee. Ah, okay, Lacuna kenne ich. Ich glaube, das habe ich sogar. Können wir nachher mal gucken, wenn wir dann Richtung Feierabend gehen.
We have a make and a number. That's
Ah.
something. We can use the radio in my kinema when we're done. Either station can chase it for us.
Wollen wir die Stiefel mal mitnehmen?
The stench fills your nostrils. As you push downward, an ominous creaking sound comes from above.
Uh-oh.
Stop!
Pig's gonna pull his head off.
Brutal!
Du lässt die Stiefel los.
What's wrong with you, asshole? Where's he letting Goku know?
I don't know, baby. I don't know why he's such a...
Das hätten die Kinder gemocht, wa?
Officer, if I may ask, what were you trying to achieve by putting on the deceased foot?
Ich wollte die Stiefel mitnehmen. Und selbst anziehen, damit ich ein bisschen Panzerung habe hier.
The cadaver slowly twists on the cargo belt.
Damn
His
it.
torso covered in tattoos and extremities blotched pink and blue.
Und du suchst den Gürtel.
The hangman's knot is pulled tight by the weight of the corpse below. Yellow, hard-edged polyester cuts into his neck. Above, a sliding buckle ties the belt to the branch. This is a steel-reinforced cargo lashing belt, big brother of the regular cargo belt. It's used for tying cargo under 6-rotor airships.
Der Leck bleibt. Jawohl, hast einen Schenken gekriegt. Jawohl. Geht doch. Fragen Sie mich nicht, woher ich das weiß. Aber das ist ein Spanngurt, der zum Lufttransport von Fracht verwendet wird.
Airlifting. I thought it was used on lorries for strapping cargo to them.
Anscheinend ist... anscheinend ist das die versteckte Ausführung für Lufttransporte, sagt mir mein Gehirn.
The local harbor uses 6 rotors to shuffle containers around. I get the sense they use whatever was on hand, without paying much attention to not incriminating themselves.
Ja. Die haben das einfach stumpf gemacht. Es war egal, ob die erwischt werden oder nicht. Mit sie meinst du wohl die Hardy Boys?
Right now, everything seems to fit their confession.
Die wollten sicher, dass er auch da oben bleibt. Der Gut ist mit Stahlfäden verstärkt.
I was afraid it would be. Thin steel wiring, parallel strands. This makes getting him down more problematic than I had assumed.
Wie haben sie ihn da überhaupt hochbekommen?
A noose is one of those things that's easier to use one way around.
Nee, ich glaube, die haben das anders gemacht. Ich glaube, die haben den einfach die Schlingen gemacht, hier rübergeschmissen, den Gurt. Oder längeren Gurt zumindest. Und dann hochgezogen. Das hält ja ihn aus. Sind sie an der Kinderleiter hochgeklettert? Du zeigst auf die bunte Leiter an der Seite des Baums.
That ladder can't carry a grown man. I didn't see any splintering either, did you? I think they lassoed the branch, then pulled on the belt to close the buckle.
Jupp, war schon tot, bevor er da hing. Das glaube ich auch langsam. Weil, ja, wie ich gehört hatte, die haben den einfach hochgezogen. Entweder wo er bewusstlos war oder...
Could be. The shape of the branch supports the theory.
Ja. Am Gurt gezogen, nicht gut. Du weichst zurück und betrachtest die Leiche.
The cadaver hangs from the cargo belt, limbs limp and torso covered in tattoos.
Du untersuchst die Tätowierungen.
An intricate web of blue lines stretches across the torso, from the right shoulder to the solar plexus. Each time they intersect, a small white star is formed in their crossing. Hundreds of fading asterisks riddle his skin. Their concentration is highest around his heart.
Okay. Das ist ein mikroelektronisches System?
I have only a cursive knowledge of the science of cybernetics. I would not know if it were. But it's not quite complex enough, is it?
It doesn't seem familiar from the insides of any radio computer your mind can imagine. The somewhat organic lines remind you of old filament memory units, but not quite. No, you're nowhere near right.
Bis auf den falschen Dampfer. Ah, okay.
So am I.
Oh. Plötzlich klingt ein hohes Geräusch, als der Lieutenant den Reißverschluss seiner orangen Jacke öffnet. Gleich nochmal Beamer durchpusten. Für morgen braucht endlich Geld für ein Pull-and-Close, das ewige Reinigen nervt. Und die Staubkornflecken im Bild auch. Das ist halt blöd an diesem Beamer.
He wears a wide leather belt around his waist and a gun holster under his arm.
Okay.
He takes a thin piece of milled aluminium from his coat pocket and pulls it open. Sounds like a sword being unsheathed. A small lens appears. Some sort of camera.
Was ist das?
A Trigger Sunshine. Mini.
Ah, eine Minikamera. Okay.
Triggered is the world's leading manufacturer of intercommunication devices, primarily projectors. The camera before you looks familiar somehow.
Shit, Kuno! What the fuck is that?
What the fuck is that?
An instant color camera.
Ihr holt zwei Blitzlichtbirnen mit Metallklappen hervor und klemmt sie an der vorgesehenen Halterung an der Seite des Apparats fest. Dort funkelt ein dünner Schlitz.
I have only 2 ampoules, so nobody move. I don't want to waste one.
Richtet die Kamera auf die Leiche und späht hindurch. Die Linse muss scharf gestellt werden. Dann
A sound, a shrill flash, followed by the breaking of a small ampoule of glass. You see streams of color pour onto the thick, glossy piece of paper, rolling out.
Das ist Sofortbildkamera, okay.
In case we need it.
Cool, aber
Yes, it is pretty cool, isn't it?
There is only one ampoule left. Use it wisely.
Natürlich. Wofür brauchen wir dieses Foto?
It contains insight to the victim's person. By his build, I'd say this was a man of physical violence. The story he wanted his body to tell was important to him. It is his letter to us. Someone should decipher it. We'll need to show it around.
Kann ich es haben? Ich möchte es mir später anschauen oder den Leichengeruch.
Sure. Just don't lose it.
Na klar. Ihr gebt ihr das eingerollte Stück Fotopapier. Ist kaum größer als eine Zigarettenschachtel.
The glassy-eyed corpse looks by, his mouth mute and his skin as colorful as the chemical rainbow on the photo paper, teeming with opportunistic organisms.
Du siehst ihn wie die Augen.
His eyes are milky white and blind to the world, protruding comically from their sockets. There is no one home, just subaquatic terrors there.
Unterwasserhorror. Oma?
Dark brown hair grows on his head. His face is ready to explode from the organic processes inside. The death's head grin has passed. What remains is an unrecognizable mess.
58. Wir haben mit ihnen gesprochen. Ach stimmt ja, das war ja der Traum. Wo wir eigentlich mit unseren Abbilder gesprochen haben. Eigentlich, aber eher ist es wohl. Rate mir, wer du bist, Toter.
The corpse is dead silent.
Damn.
You have no idea why you just said that.
Ja. Eigentlich Susi selbst.
Who is he? He is male, 40 to 50, with an athletic build.
Investiere Fähigkeitspunkte in Innenleben und diese Weise Probe zu entsperren. Okay.
The corpse looks right through you as you distance yourself from its stench.
Du kneifst
like a shark.
Du kneifst die Augen zusammen und gehst einen Schritt zurück.
As you narrow your eyes, the monster before you blurs into a violent mess of green and pink. This is a trick. You've done it before. Pink is where the blood settled in the first hours post-mortem. You can use it to see if the corpse has been tampered with. Does his position at the time of death match the discoloration?
Ah.
Only the lower extremities are pink with a dash of blue. His fatted hands, thighs, and his neck, just above the noose. The rest of the corpse appears dark green in the cold spring air.
Sein Gesicht und seine Hände sind pink, die Oberschenkel auch.
I see it. His neck too. The lividity goes right up his chin. We have good, well-pronounced discoloration here.
Schwanz seine Augen.
The monster comes back into focus, an explosion of color, coursing with dark marbled veins. His stomach appears pregnant with something. Black liquid streams down his thigh and onto his boot.
So, what do you think?
Du bedeckst deine Nase, da kommt etwas aus ihm heraus.
The pool of blood and feces has eaten into the frozen mud below the man's feet. Purge liquid is dripping into it, drop by drop.
The victim appears to have contained no more than half a kilogram of digestion at the time of death.
Okay.
The fuck he's saying?
Talking about shit.
Ja, verdammt, ich bin ein... Vielleicht ist er kurz vor seinem Tod auf die Toilette gegangen.
Maybe.
Er ist übel zugerichtet. Sehen Sie diese Prellungen?
I do. Most of them are post-mortem. Maybe even all of them. The delinquents have made our jobs harder with their little sport.
Na.
Stop talking in riddles, coinslot.
Ach, cool, ist auch ein Rassist? Na, den klopfen wir doch mal gleich mal an die Mülltonne.
You fucked him up good, Kuno. Fucked him up brutal like.
Ich glaube, dass er nach dem Tod in aufrechter Lage war. Seine Hände, Füße und der Hals sind verfärbt.
Agreed, especially on the neck. The belt acted like a tourniquet, keeping the blood in his head. The hypostasis supports her hanging.
Und es trotzdem sein, dass er nach dem Tod bewegt wurde.
There's always a chance. We should check for ligament marks on his neck to see if they're in tune with the belt. We'll have to get him down first.
Ich glaube, dass er tot ist.
I agree.
Das Offensichtlichste, ne?
His personality is no longer a part of the world.
Totally dead.
Die Welt beherbergt seine Persönlichkeit in ihrer ursprünglichen Gestalt nicht mehr. Das war einmal so und ist vor 7 Tagen zu Ende gegangen. Wie poetisch.
That sounds about right, yes.
But there is no breath to catch. Only the cadaver filling the air and your nostrils. He slowly rotates before you, decomposing.
So, und wie bekommen wir den da runter?
Are you sure we finished the preliminary examination of the cadaver? We might miss some of these things once he's done.
Okay,
The
gucken wir doch
cadaver
mal.
slowly twists on the cargo belt, his torso covered in tattoos, and extremities blotched pink and blue.
Inleben war das, ne? Ah. Ja, die Verunrüstung ist fertig. Holen wir ihn von da oben runter.
The steel reinforced belt presents a unique challenge. I brought chain cutters, but I don't see a good angle of approach to the belt.
He doesn't actually think the challenge is unique. He thinks it's frustrating, annoying, and harder than he thought.
Ne.
The cadaver is a good 1.2 meters up. Neither one of us can reach the belt without assistance. And even if we do, there's the question of cutting the airship strength material.
Können wir ihn nicht herunterschießen?
Yeah! Bang bang time, pig! Shoot his head off!
Nee, ich meine den Gürtel. Auf den Gürtel schießen.
How?
Where the buckle ties the rope to the branch, that's a good spot to aim.
Da, wo die Schnalle den Gurt zusammenhält.
Where? Ah, yes, I see. If the shot hits that, there might be a chance to release the belt.
Yeah, now we're talking. Entertain a Kuno with some shit.
Shit.
They'll miss! The pigs will miss Kuno!
Du sagst nichts, überlässt es ihm.
Silence. With his elbow sharp, the lieutenant unzips his jacket and produces a lightweight firearm. He drops a paper cartridge in the barrel, separates the scouring stick, and gives the cartridge 5 tucks,
Es geht los!
securing it in place. That's a Kiel A9090 Armistice, mass-produced muzzleloader, ascetic, frugal, one of the most common firearms in the world. He then steps back and assumes the fellow's desk position, taking aim. The corner of his eye twitches. His finger is on the trigger.
Wir sagen nichts. Wir lassen ihn einfach.
He's gonna fucking miss!
The kid's voice is drowned in a shrill blast that echoes off the walls of the surrounding tenements. A cloud of smoke slowly parts in the air as the lieutenant steps back and says to himself,
God damn it.
Die kleinen Scheiße haben genervt.
A lot of things were wrong with that shot. The Phalostes was the wrong choice. His shoulders were raised, but above all, he cannot trust his eyesight.
Fuck.
He feels bad about his eyes mostly. Just having bad eyesight, probably from a young age. Whatever you do, do not console him.
Fucking idiot! Muckabat asshole!
Haltet die Schnauze, ihr kleinen Scheiße.
Kuno could have hit it easy, but then Kuno's not fucking handicapped, is he?
Und nun?
I have to say, it's beginning to look unlikely we can get him down without assistance.
You know, you don't feel like too bad of a shot yourself.
Darf ich die Waffe haben? Lassen Sie mich mal versuchen. Versuchen wir es mal.
It's bad as it is. Us shooting firearms like punks. Go ahead. I'm not stopping you. Just don't lose it.
Okay.
They only have one gun!
This is the sorriest pair of pigs Kuno's ever seen.
Weißt du, die kleine Scheiße geht mir ein bisschen auf die Nerven, aber lass einfach vom Auern rein und wieder raus und ignorieren die weiterhin.
Yeah, take it, you fucking banani pointer! Take it and shoot yourself in the mouth!
Du machst dir erst mit den Gewichten vertraut. Genau.
The cold piece of bakelite and gunmetal is surprisingly light. Your fingers fit right through the guard, instinctively resting on the trigger.
Vielleicht kriegen wir es ja hin.
You've held this, an A9 armistice, before. At some point, it probably used to be your choice of firearm. It still feels comfortable, like you never laid it down.
Bild wieder sauber und klar. Sein Hill 2 Remake darf eintrudeln. Ich weiß immer noch nicht, was ich von den Remake halten soll. Ich bin da immer noch zwiespältig und weiß ich nicht. Wobei, mir kommt gerade ein Gedanke in den Kopf. Wäre es nicht besser gewesen, wenn sie ein neues Silent Hill auf Basis von Silent Hill 2 gemacht hätten? Nicht die gleiche Story, nicht die gleichen Charaktere, so. Das wäre mal eine Idee gewesen, aber. Na gut. It is wie it is. Es ist, wie es ist.
The fuck are you waiting for, Kuno? Tell him to shoot himself in the mouth!
Können sie ja noch danach machen. Danach, ich weiß nicht, das ist. Mal gucken, was sie machen. Was Konami macht. Wie sieht es mit der Waffe auf den Gürtel?
The buckle comes into focus in your sights. You stand with your feet planted firmly in the ground and your left hand supporting your gun arm.
Why don't you just shoot yourself in your mouth? At least you won't miss.
Du ziehst mit der Waffe auf Kununesse. Kunuesse. Du machst zuerst dein linkes Auge zu.
Your field of view narrows. The branch slowly moves, becoming entirely two-dimensional. The metal buckle glimmers, slick with the falling rain. The corpse slowly rotates.
Das jetzt klappt.
The slow movement of the branch in the wind and your shoulders directing the gun sink up, dancing hypnotically.
Look, he's crying. You gonna cry now, fucking faggoty?
Auge-Hand-Koordination 58%. Also.
A plume of smoke erupts from the barrel. Your hand goes numb from the explosion. With your ears still ringing, you lower the weapon to see what happened.
Fuck.
You missed the belt, but hit the corpse straight in the chest. Bits of ribcage protrude from the skin. No blood, only a murky sludge dripping down his belly. The sudden stink makes your eyes water.
Damn it.
Oh my god, he's gonna fucking cry. I knew it. What a mulko.
MR Sponsor has just subscribed. Bu RPG Gusto.
Hallo Steffi. Danke für 49 Monate. Oh mein Gott. Dankeschön. Ah, wir haben's verkackt. Seine Sache. Wuhu. Dankeschön. Vielen lieben Dank für 49 treue Monate. Danke, 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 danke.
Ask for another shot. You'll get it with the next one. The goddamn light reflected off some window. Surely.
Wir probieren's nochmal.
The cadaver is already compromised bad enough. We don't have to make it worse.
Ja gut, hat er auch wieder recht.
It came out wrong. You made it sound like you're some sort of roulette addict looking for a fix. Ask again. More controlled this time.
Ach komm.
There is silence.
Victor wants to fuck up again bad.
Was ist das für eine. Was bedeutet das überhaupt? Was zum Teufel ist das für eine Sprache?
It's the song of my people, asshole.
The people.
Don't provoke her.
Ja.
Shot him in the chest. What a fucking idiot.
It's not the gun's fault you can't shoot. It's your pig hands.
Ah, diese kleine Scheiße.
Pigs don't have hands. They have, like, fucking hooves or something.
Kuno has hands. Kuno can shoot that shit down for you.
Cop's bitter because he fucked that corpse up, Kuno. What a fucking kurpiller.
Kurpille, ja.
We still need to get him down somehow.
Aber wie?
The bad way. The way I didn't want us to. By asking the harbor for help. They have the tools and the men. If they put him up there, they can take him down too.
Alle be frank. Willkommen zurück aus dem Blurk. Aber ist das nicht gefährlich?
To ask the suspect for help with the victim's body? To be indebted to Evrard Clare? Very much, yes. Which is why I would have preferred us to handle this ourselves. Clearly we can't.
Damn it.
Suck my dick, bitches.
Was ist so schlimm daran, in Everett Clares Schutz zu stehen?
He's a dangerous and corrupt man, and we cannot predict what he will want from us in return.
Okay.
Yeah? Don't go being someone else's bitches. You're Kuno's bitches.
Wollen weiter, kleiner Scheißer.
From the gates, by negotiating or fighting. I'm unenthusiastic about fighting. Or we can try to find some secret third path. It's unlikely though.
Na,
to the gates. Let's negotiate.
Der kleine Pisser und die kleine Pisserin nerven. Aber hardcore. Okay.
An intricate web of blue lines stretches. It almost looks like the electronic patterns inside a radio computer or an old filament memory. But not quite.
Wer bist du?
Gone.
Gone. Was haben diese Tätowierungen zu bedeuten?
For you to discover. You've gotten as far as you will without assistance. Someone who knows about history could tell you.
Stimmt. Okay. Ja, fast. Auge-Hand-Koordination, das müssen wir, glaube ich, definitiv erhöhen. Okay, holt die Leiche vom Raum. Kims Funkgerät. Okay, das scheint das Einfachste zu sein. Dieser Kuno geht mir langsam auf den Sack, ey. Pisser. Ah. Okay, wir gehen mal zum... Ah. Wir haben neue Kugeln schon bekommen.
We're still waiting for a replacement for the bull you sent sinking.
Ja, das müssen wir noch finden. Was ist denn das? Ein großes Tatam. No, hallo.
Hello?
Sie nickt und ist dabei voll und ganz auf das Lesen konzentriert. Wer sind Sie?
Me? No one. I'm just a working class woman.
Okay.
She doesn't really want to be disturbed that much. If she's such a working class woman, why isn't she working?
Sollte ein Arbeiter nicht arbeiten?
Not all the time. Right now I'm browsing books. Even a working class woman needs something to read.
Gut.
It is.
Lass es einfach mal mit. Oh, scheiße, ist nicht mehr. Ah, hier.
Droplets of rain fall on the white on blue police livery of the motor carriage.
Moment, warum denke ich überhaupt darüber nach? Sollte ich nicht?
Do something important? Something murder related? There's always something important. Doesn't mean you can't take a moment to admire this piece of machinery.
Ja gut, stimmt auch wieder.
This is a Caprice Kanema, the Caprice Motor Corps follow-up to their highly successful workhorse, Caprice 40, and the answer to the Lum's racing breed, Ferv series. With its air-cooled, rear-mounted 12-cylinder compression ignition engine, driving the rear wheels through a 4-speed manual gearbox, the Kanema is able to reach 100 kilometers per hour in 13.5 seconds and go on to a top speed of 180 kilometers an hour.
Das ist ein bisschen langsam, kann das sein? Wir sich hier in der ersten engen Kurve überschlagen?
The high center of balance is offset by a large battery bank mounted at the bottom of the cabin, feeding all the auxiliary systems and making the Kanema effectively a mobile power plant.
Du betrachtest den Motorwagen.
Even at a standstill, the unibody Caprice Kanema looks sleek and dynamic. The cabin is tilted frontward to give it a more aggressive, hunched look. Someone has waxed it recently.
Das hätte ich mal einen abgefahrenen Schlitten. Zeig's auf den Wagen. Sehr cool.
You want to take a closer look?
Was für Leistung hat der? Du zeigst auf dem Motor.
130.
I reckon that's a 7-liter V12 there.
Okay.
Man, that's got to be a major advancement over the KR-18 GU engine on the old Caprice 40.
Mama hat eine Menge Macaroni unter der Haube. Das ist dann eine weiterentwickelte Version des Motors der älteren 40er Modelle, ja?
Yeah, you know it?
Hm. Nur ganz grob. Raugussblock, Wirbelkammer, Einspritzung, doppelte oben liegende Nockenwellen, 2 Ventilzylinder, hydraulische Einstellung des Ventilspiels. Mhm.
Yes, that's right. I'm very impressed that you know these things.
Oh.
Yes, an extraordinary machine.
Die Stimme des Lieutenants klingt sanft, während er seinen Blick über die Konturen des Fahrzeugs schweifen lässt.
Helium headlights would improve the range and quality of the visual field a lot.
Haben Sie schon mal überlegt, auf Helium-Scheinwerfer umzusteigen? Helium?
Actually, I have a pair at home. Just haven't gotten around to fitting them yet. I need to lay some wiring for the ballast first.
Ah, was wir diesen Fall jemals lösen, können wir das zusammen machen?
You want to help?
Na klar.
Thank you for the offer. That might be fun.
Hm.
Let's do the case first, though, alright?
Na, okay. Klar.
He liked the idea.
Mhm. Okay, zurück zur Sache. Ja. Sind wir ein bisschen näher gekommen.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
Du nimmst das Funkgerät erneut in die Hand.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
Können Sie eine Seriennummer eines Paar Panzerstiefel für mich prüfen?
Sure, officer. What's the number? And the make of the armor, if you know it.
E50 noch was und bei der Rüstung handelt es sich um eine Fairweather T500 VE.
Got it. I'll contact the ICP database immediately. Call back tomorrow. Hopefully they'll have dug up something useful by then.
Erst morgen.
The International Collaboration Police, ICP, is an inter-Isolari law enforcement service, the crown jewel in the moral intern diadem, alongside EPIS and the coalition government.
Okay. Alice, bitte verbinden Sie mich noch einmal mit den 41.
Just a moment, officer.
Okay.
10-4, come in, officer. Over. Roger that, 10-10, over and out.
Den will ich nicht labern. Wenn Arschlöcher zu mir kann ich auch zu den Arschlöcher sein. Oh. So. Achso, das ist nur die Anzeige. Nein, da wollte ich nicht hin. Karte haben wir nicht. Kriegen wir die Karte her? Wo ist der Rest? Ah, wir sind zu Kuno. Diesen kleinen Pisser. Wir müssen den echt fragen, ey. Also, die Schlumpfnase.
Fuck does Kuno care?
Ich will mit dir nochmal über die Leiche sprechen.
The fuck about it?
Wo ist denn Rest die Rüstung?
Kuno doesn't give a shit about the armor.
Wie kommt's?
Kuno's fuck gimp's got one big thing wrong with him. He's a fucking mutant.
Ein Mutant?
Look at him. Fucking growth hormone shit. He's a giant. The armor's too big for any man. Kuno doesn't give a shit about that freak armor. Kuno threw that shit away.
Was meinst du mit weggeschmissen?
Kuno tried to get the helmet on. It was too big.
Okay.
Kuno kicked that shit in the sea, rugby style. That shit means nothing to Kuno. Yeah, that shit means nothing to Kuno. Kuno doesn't give a shit about material shit. Kuno's a fucking monk. You wanna fuck on someone about that armor? Go fuck the mustached union fuck. The jolly troubadour shit at the gate. Yeah, cock and boot. You know that jolly union cow fucker? Came around talking about cows or some shit? Came around pretending like he cares about cows?
Okay.
Yes, you met him at the gates. The one with the boots and the jolly smile.
Nochmal das Manana.
Yeah, he's the one you want to talk to. He's fucking crazy about that armor shit. Coming here pretending like he likes cows. Trying to catch a peep at Kuno's armor.
Curious, my liege. Why did Kuno feed you this information?
Und das erzählst du mir einfach nur, weil du ein herzensguter Mensch bist, Kuno? Sicherlich nicht.
Yeah, Kuno's doing charity today. Kuno Day. Kuno feels sorry for you two loser pigs. Kuno's doing pity now.
Still, seems suspicious. He may have it in for that guy. Or you may be paranoid. That is also a possibility, sire.
Dein ganzer Körper ist mit Kontusion übersät. Warst du das?
Fuck are you talking about? What is this contusion shit?
Er greift sich an den Kopf, als würde ihm plötzlich wehtun. Oh.
He says you're stupid, Kuno. They want to make you stupid again.
Eine Kontusion ist eine Prellung. Ich spreche von Spuren, die deine Steine an der Leiche hinterlassen haben.
Oh, did Kuno make your shit sniffing harder? Obstruction of shit sniffing? This is Kuno's kingdom. Kuno fucking rules here.
You hear the lieutenant hum.
You're testing Kuno's patience here.
Get lost.
Kuno doesn't fucking care.
Ja. Ja, er schmeißt wieder mal. Okay. Zu den Hafentoren. Frag den fröhlichen Mesken nach der Rüstung. Am nächsten Tag, okay. Okay. Warte mal.
The trash container stand. The smell of rotten food rises to greet you. You see soggy cartons, dirty rags, and organic waste. The container sounds a muffled gong.
Lass mal. Ja. Ich will ein paar Geld besorgen. Ah, hier. Ah, nee. Haben wir schon. Wie kamst du eigentlich zu diesem Outfit? Siehst aus wie David, der Klabautermann aus der Müllhalde. Naja, die Jacke ist der Marinemantel, habe ich gefunden. Dann diesen Hut, Dick Mallens Hut, habe ich gefunden. Und halt meine funky Hosen. Aber ich kann natürlich mich umziehen wieder. In Richtung, aber ja. Habe ich alles gefunden. So, jetzt brauche ich Geld. Und diese Handschuhe, irgendwie passt da gar nichts. Voll der Modeterrorist. Die habe ich gebraucht für Kartenhandschuhe. Aber Mechanik ist dafür wichtig. Also ich habe das nach na, wie heißt es? Für Dings ausgewählt. Wir können das hier aber probieren, oder?
Just an ordinary wall. Nothing to see here.
Damn it. Noch hier. Ach, das war das hier. Alkoholisches Getränk. Das können wir, glaube ich, verkaufen vielleicht. Wie damals bei Cyberpunk. Hast Klamotten am Leib, die super Stats haben, aussiehst wie ein flohendes Experiment aus dem Zirkus. Naja, zum Glück, es gibt ja, glaube ich, bei Cyberpunk das. Nee, warte mal, war das nicht so, dass dieses, vom Aussehen zwar anders übernehmen kann, aber die Stats behält? Immer noch die Karte.
Give me a moment. Ask away, policeman.
Wer lebt in Wohnung 10?
No one lives there. It's been empty for months.
Ich habe durch die Tür mit jemandem gesprochen.
Impossible. I would know if someone had moved in there.
Okay.
Maybe it's those countercultural people again. Breaking into a house like it's a public space. You're a policeman. Be good and take a look, will you?
Natürlich gehe ich den Sache auf den Grund.
Great. Young people. They're worse than rats. You know, always littering the hallways with trinkets and empty beer cans.
Hallo Kio, viel Spaß Kio im Lurk. Wie immer, ja. Er wohnt hinter der Tür mit dem Vorhängeschloss.
Oh, that one is a scientist, a future scholar.
Okay.
I think he studies astrology at the community college.
Okay,
Education's good. I always tell them to study.
Astrologie?
Something to do with all those stars around his door. He asked me to leave his drawings up on the wall.
Weißt du den Stern und Geweih? Ich glaube, das ist das Symbol des Kommunismus.
The symbol of what now?
Das ist eine politische Ideologie.
Ah. All I know about politics is that it's brought us more harm than good.
She mumbles some kind of a response. Then
Achso, ich muss, glaube ich, das in die Hand nehmen, ne? Ich das nicht. Nee. Hm. Schlüssel haben wir ja nicht. Jemand hat die Wand eingerissen. Das Meer unter dir wiegt kalt und winterlich grau. Ah. Auf dem Tisch liegt eine alte Einkaufsliste und Checks. Dankeschön. Ah, okay. Ist nix. Nix. Ist hier was Neues? Nee.
you hear someone walking around inside, rearranging the furniture. The number on the panel says 10.
Diese Wohnung sollte eigentlich leer stehen. Sind sie eingebrochen?
Excuse me? Of course not.
You have plenty of reason to enter.
Wenn ich einen Einbruch vermute, benötige ich keinen Durchsuchungsbefehl. Es folgte eine kurze Pause, ehe die Tür aufgeschlossen wird. Ha! Da was durchgesetzt. Ha!
Well, that was easy.
That was smart.
Sagt der Lieutenant und deutet mit einem Nicken auf die nun unverschlossene Tür. So. Guten Tag. Scheint eine gute Matratze zu sein. Was ich lächle. Du kannst hören, dass es in ihr von Insekten wimmelt. Eine Packung Tabletten ragt aus der Schachtel. Du sollst sie nehmen. Hypnogamma. Nimmer.
Satisfied? My name is Marielle Charpentier, and I'm an agent with Martinez Realty Associates. I am not breaking in, as I have every right to be here. The keys, see?
Gott, dieses Grinsen, ey. Sie klimpert mit einem Schlüsselbund, den sie in der Hand hält.
Boy, there are a lot of different keys there. More than 20 at least. Her voice is really cheerful, despite her obviously hating you.
Oh, ich hab's auch lieb.
Do you want to see my ID as well? You can't legally ask for it, but why not? Want to see my residence permit too?
Die tastet in ihre Geldbörse herum und fischt einen leichten, in Papier eingeschlagenen Pass heraus. Warum nicht? Wenn es das uns schon gibt, können wir drüber gucken, oder? Ja.
It feels flimsy in hand, with the words Revachol Zone of Control written under a nondescript municipal logo. There's a picture of her with shorter hair inside, along with all her personal details.
Netter Haarschnitt.
Thank you. Do you have any questions? I need to be back in Midtown in an hour.
Was waren Sie hier?
I need to get it ready for the next lease, but as you can see, the previous tenant completely trashed the place.
Unerhört. Wer hat denn hier gewohnt?
It was some kind of a moribund old man who used to be a business owner. You'd think they'd make rent.
Sie hält inne und... Sie hält inne. Sehr gut.
A sudden serious look crosses her face. This story didn't have a happy ending.
But that was months ago. Anyway, was there anything you wanted, or is that it? I'm in a hurry.
Naja, wer hat in einer zwangsvollstreckten Wohnung am Ende des Ganges gewohnt?
Oh, that's another huge mess. The former tenant owes us 3 months of rent. 3. We closed the apartment and planned on auctioning off the valuables, but...
Uh-oh.
And again, I have no idea how stupid mistakes like this can even happen. But Ron, when he came to close the door, didn't close the neighboring door. And there's a hole in the wall.
Ah.
A hole in the wall. Can you believe it? And then the tenant ran off with his stuff. He's gone. The money's gone. Just like that.
Tja.
The sum must have been puny.
Okay, Moment, was ist mit der Wand passiert?
Don't ask me what happened with the wall. I have no idea how we're going to find the time or resources to fix it.
Gott, dieses Grinsen, ey.
Both apartments are now unrentable. Both.
Ja, sie schüttelt immer noch den Kopf. Ihre manikürten Hände sind nun vor der Brust verschränkt. Das wäre alles. Danke.
Of course.
Antwortet sie lächelnd, aber ihr Blick bleibt abwesend. Sie hat darauf gewartet, dass du verschwindest. Nee. Neue Schuhe. Geil. Nimmer. Was bringen die denn? Indirekte Methoden der Besteuerung wohlhabender Geldmacher. Was bringen die? Beherrschung, Gewandtheit. Diese Schuhe von Peer und Ingersoll haben keine Schnürsenkel, sondern Riemenschnallen. Aufgrund ihrer elegant gehobenen Designs wurden sie als die ausgeklügelsten Gesellschaftsschuhe bezeichnet. Sie sind derart ausgeklügelt, dass man durch Schneematsch und Schlamm laufen kann, ohne dass sie einen Flecken abbekommen. Ich mach mal hier aus. Schwing mich zu Blazy. Viel Spaß im Volk noch. Alles klar, Foxy. Dir wünsche ich auch viel Spaß an der Blazy. Und ganz liebe Grüße an die Robby. Und ja, schönen Abend euch noch. Auf jeden Fall. So, erledigt. Ich brauche immer noch Links hier. Mit diese Lurker, sagte der Lurker. Lurker.
The luxury of fine things. Just look at those black monk straps. After spending an entire day hustling, who's to say that you didn't deserve a pair of ridiculously expensive shoes on your tired feet?
Will ich ausrichten. Ich spiele ja nochmal die Dark Picture Anthology Teile in vertauschte Rollen. Oh. Oha. Dann darf Saubi aber nicht sterben, ne? Also im Spiel meine ich. Du hast recht. Schöne Dinge macht Menschen glücklich.
Beautiful things give you a rush. It's power. Crafting your style, draping your flesh in silk and leather, deciding how to present yourself to the world.
Yeah.
Remember, when they come to take it away from you, you worked for those shoes. Whether you like it or not, wearing these shoes has made you more liberal. Ultra-liberal.
Ultraliberal.
They're either a gateway drug or a booster pack to get you deeper into free market ideology.
Oh ja, ich mache jetzt einen FDPler. Was? Nein. It was a joke. No. So. Ah ja.
Give me a moment.
In Wohnung 10 habe ich keine Anhänger der Gegenkultur angetroffen, nur eine Immobilienmaklerin, die damit beschäftigt war, das Zimmer für neue Mieter vorzubereiten.
I see. I hope some good people are finally going to move in. This place needs them.
Hochtechnologische Zauberer. Kommt niemand. Es wird nichts als moralische Verkommenheit herrschen, wenn wir nicht anfangen, Immobilienmakler zu töten. Ich bin sicher, dass alles gut wird. Dieses Wohngebäude benötigt einen langsamen Wandel. Es muss sich so langsam vollziehen, dass man ihn gar nicht bemerkt.
Yes. Well. I hope they're good people.
No.
Your statements are too vague to comment on.
Ja, dann verabschiede ich mich. Ja, schön. Achso, das war... Aber... Haben wir einen Punkt? Nein, haben wir noch nicht. Wobei, warte. 5 Punkte brauchen wir noch. Hier kann man, oder? Was haben wir denn hier? Hopp.
Ruination has come. The broken arches betray the once grand history of this building. It towered over the harbor until it happened.
Du überlegst, was passiert sein könnte.
A great force from the northeast fired into the city. Heavy artillery shelled the coastline. Fired from the water. A straight shot into Revachol. The tenement acted as a defensive wall against the worst of the shelling until it was destroyed, and they had a direct firing line. The wind blows through your hair. The sea breeze cuts around you. High on the balcony, as you stare over the edge at the sea.
Lässt den Ozean auf die wirken.
The waves of the Martinez Inlet roll over the fallen remains of the building. The dark waters obscure the better part of the remains. What didn't fall into the ocean was used as scrap. What wasn't used as scrap was thrown into the ocean.
Du siehst dir die Ruinen im Wasser an.
Those arches acted as support for something greater than what you see now. Only 3 stories stand where 9 to 12 once did. Restoration has failed. What the shelling took out was never rebuilt.
Wer hat das getan? Wer hat diese Schäden verursacht?
A fleet, the combined armies of Occident and Grad, with Mesk volunteers, a 5-nation army, hundreds of vessels. They massed airships further down in the Bay of Revachol. The artillery was so powerful. The ships not only required gyroscopic stabilization, they were anchored into the ocean floor as well. Many are still there to this day. If you squint, you can just barely see the shadow on the water, far in the northeast. Cannons still ready to placate Revachol. Coalition warship Archer can shoot 50 shells a minute on 20 co-aligned archers. They will reach the city in 58 seconds.
Hey Kim, wissen wir, wer unsere Stadt beschossen hat?
The coalition. But that was a long time ago. I think we should move on. It's chilly up here.
Ja, schon so.
He does not like talking politics of this kind.
Frage mich, wie ich hier oben an dieser Kanten aussehe.
From the eyes of a seagull, a nest of brown hair not worth the 50-foot dive. From a pedestrian on the dock, a rugged man staring out to sea, mere feet from fatality. From a guest on the balcony of the Whirling in Rags, a silhouette imposing enough to be seen at a distance.
Zu gehen. Speichert. Ja, schon. Ah, okay. Wir haben einen. Enzyklopädie müssen wir einmal hoch machen, oder? Das ist eigentlich schon hoch. Warte mal, was muss ich denn noch hier? Was haben wir denn hier? Na? Nee, leider nicht geklappt. Eine Stunde 25. Dann jump ich wieder den Lurk. Alles klar. Viel Spaß in der Lurk. Stunden. Oh. Okay. Mal schon. Ah.
Ooh, the piggies have learned how to saunter up staircases. I didn't think you could do that with hooves. But here you are.
Wir haben uns weiterentwickelt. Das nennt man Evolution.
Yeah, I can see that. Cool mutations.
That smell coming from her paint bucket. It's not paint. It's heavy fuel oil.
Oh.
Red-dyed heavy fuel oil is only used in government vehicles, or at least that's the idea.
What did you think I was using? Aquarels? Sucked it out of a cop's fuel tank myself. Back in Jamrock.
Also könnte es sein, dass sie von mir meinen Wagen das geklaut hat.
She really did it. She's proud of it too.
Das nenne ich einen cleveren Kommentar zur herrschenden Kultur.
You ain't seen nothing yet, Piggy Boo.
Na dann, bis dann. Oh. Oh. Hier hat jemand geschlafen vor kurzem. Sind die? Hinter dem... Duckkohle für mehrere Winter. Sie riecht nach Chemikalien. Ah. Volle Humme, Arbeiter-Jeans. Kann man vielleicht verkaufen, oder? Gott. Ey, komm. Gehen wir mal an. Reaktionsvermögen 1 runter, okay. Oh, wir sind nackig. Ziehen die Hose an wieder. Okay. Das ist nix. Okay. Wieder raus. Das ist verrostet, lässt sich nicht öffnen. Der Stuhl ist neu. Dort hinten wohnt jemand. So. Nee. Hier so 20. Das. Ah.
This door is made of metal and appears to be reinforced. Someone here really values their security. No one answers.
We should return in the evening.
Hast recht. Tim. Okay. hier war nix. Auch nix. Nix. Okay. Okay. Oh, was ist das? Ah. Können wir hier nochmal?
Just an ordinary wall. Nothing to see here.
Konzeptbildung. Hm? Okay. Okay. Wir müssen immer noch rausfinden. Hafen. Ja. Ah.
This coin-operated viewer is facing southwest. Its coin slot is full of fossilized bubblegum.
Okay. Haben wir noch was? Ah, was ist das? Ah, Geld. We got the money. Money, honey. Ist hart, weißt du? Ist einfach so hart manchmal. Ja, das stimmt auch wieder. Okay, jetzt müssen wir nur noch Zeugs verkaufen. Okay.
Is this about the questions again? Because I don't really know anything. A warehouse? I don't know. Maybe. I don't really care what for it does.
She scrunches up her face into an expression of consummate adolescent skepticism.
Fine. For it doesn't have a warehouse. Just a little back room here. Okay?
A small cabinet on the wall is filled with various medicine bottles, nasal. The tear machine stands in the corner. A sign says, your bottles clunk into the machine and the money appears with a satisfying jingle. You're a richer man now.
Mm-hmm.
The tear machine stands in the corner. A sign says, 1 bottle.
No. You need tear to use the tear machine.
Okay. Ah ja, Zeugs verkaufen kann ich ja bei dem Typen ja nur, ne? Und definitiv Geld, ey. Okay, die Map haben wir auch noch nicht. 20 Real. Okay.
Stuck in the traffic jam. This big, heavy grab-made machine is well kept for such an old machine. The windows are clear. They've been recently washed. You can see a lorryman's cabin with personal belongings, stickers, insignia.
Okay, was für Aufkleber und Abzeichen.
The driver has adorned his space with a substantial collection of peculiar paraphernalia. Proclamations about honor, strength, and purity are glued to various panels.
Ugh.
A large metal pendant hangs from the rear view mirror. The pendant features a sun crowned with wavy rays. It is the seal of Royalist era Revachol.
Was ist mit dem Rücksitz?
The back end of the cabin has a small perch to sleep, large ashtrays. There are several suns and wheels sewn into the curtains. A book with ragged edges catches your notice. The front cover features a large, muscular man. The title reads, Man from Eamdal in the Lost City of the Pygmies.
Man from Hamdall. Hamdall of Man.
Racist nationalist paraphernalia. Not unusual in this part of town. This is our guy.
Glauben Sie, dass dieser Lastwagen zu unseren 10 Typen gehört?
Likely, yes. This guy's proud of who he is. Drapes it all over his machine.
Ist klar.
The woman is still hunched over the railing, her head swaying to the music.
Nee, lass mal. Da bekommen wir nichts raus. Aber guck mal. Ruhig. Nö. Nö.
Looking for something, Hunt? Come to tell me to fuck off again? Drugs? They are shit, man. I don't let anything pollute my body.
Warum nicht?
You know where that shit comes from? Sarah Mirizza, Safre, Ilmara. They take the money from our local junkies here and then use it to outcompete us in the manufacturing sector. They know they can't beat us in a fair fight, so they have to get us to weaken ourselves somehow. It's racial sabotage, racial economic sabotage.
He eyes you warily, unsure how to respond. This goes on for about 2 seconds. Then
I don't know shit. And if I did, I wouldn't tell you. What do you think? I can't leave the lorry unguarded. Stuff's been getting looted lately. It's those little kips sneaking around at night. If they touch my stuff, the bosses will be on my ass like ass cancer.
there was a bunch of spilled boxes in the back of a big lorry nearby. The man pulls on his cigarette furiously, probably still thinking about mosquitoes and ass cancer.
Was für ein Wichser. Er ist und bleibt ein Wichser.
Still here, stuck in this damn jam, my man. What's up?
Bewegen wie jemand, der sich mit Drogen auskennt.
Ah, man. Me and narcotics go way back.
Huh.
Had some good times surfing the psychic waves of my own consciousness, you know? But those days are behind me. There are other addictions in my life now. Why the inquiry, my man?
Muss richtig draufkommen und ich suche einen Dealer.
Hey, man, that's serious criminal talk. Are you trying to pull some sort of an entrapment thing on me?
Nö.
Entrapment is a practice whereby an officer of the law induces a person to commit a criminal offense that the person would have otherwise been unlikely to commit, usually through some trickery, persuasion, or fraud.
Was? Nein,
Then
natürlich
what's
nicht.
your deal here?
We have a credible lead, sir. Someone on this roundabout is waiting for a bulk shipment from the harbor to load it on their lorry and drive it to Jamrock.
Mhm, genau.
Not me, man. No way. I don't need any trouble. Shit's bad enough anyway. This jam's got folks up in arms, and I'm afraid it's headed toward a conflagration.
Glauben Sie dann, wer da hinter den Drogenhandel stecken könnte?
Look, man, I try to stay away from the criminal underbelly of Revachol. I'm a guest here. You really need to find another man to probe with those questions.
We wouldn't say he's lying, sire.
Wir denken nicht, dass er lügt, Majestät. Das wäre vorerst. Bis dann. Oh. Oh, vielleicht weiß er was.
Right to work! Right to work! Shame on you!
Hola, Wandering Man. How can I help you?
Ah, Kuno hat mir gesagt, dass Sie etwas über die Rüstung wissen müssten.
The little boy had it good on his promise. To get me into trouble. To sick the pigs on me. Pardon the choice of words. Not mine.
What happened?
I was asked to look into that armor situation. Official Union probe, you know. Track it down, see who took it.
Ah. Er soll genau das tun, was wir eigentlich rausfinden wollen, sozusagen. Oh.
Did you?
At first I thought, why not? Maybe the pieces can feed the strike. Buy us a few more days under the sun, you know? So I went to this boy. He said he'll make me his prison bitch. He's got eyes everywhere, and the cops in his pocket, and he's the king of Jamrock. Serves me right for doing menial footwork. I dropped that probe right then and there, and it still got me into trouble. One bad move is all it takes.
Die Rüstungsuntersuchung. Was haben Sie dabei rausgefunden?
I learned that people don't want to talk to a drunk Union man about some armor.
Ah, okay.
What else?
Was noch?
Not much. Technical stuff mostly. That was the interesting part.
Was für technische Scheiß haben Sie in Erfahrung gebracht?
I did some research into this armadura. Let's say I have friends at the library. I didn't get into the material science, just how it comes off.
How does it come off?
In parts. 4 in total. The helmet was the first to go. The kid says he tore it off and kicked it into the sea. I believe him. The boots were still on the guy last I saw. Too hard to remove.
Glaube ich.
So, as I count, there are 2 parts missing. The gauntlets and the cuirass. This is where I left off. Too much hassle. More like a job for some militia.
Ich bin ehrgeizig. Ich werde die ganze Rüstung finden. Alle Teile.
All of it? There are junior officers out there, eager to prove themselves. I would leave some for them, and I would leave the boots to processing, but okay. Let's find all of it.
It's implied he finds it unlikely that you will succeed in this.
Wer weiß.
And Mesqui's epic then, all across Martinez. I hope it will be a real bonanza for you.
Was hat Kuno sie benutzt, um was zu tun? Ihn Angst anzujagen?
It's a minor nuisance. It's all good.
Ah, er denkt darüber nach, einen Schluck aus seinem Flachbad zu nehmen.
No problem. If you see that kid, thank him from Call Me Mañana. Thank him for showing me the way.
He is sincerely grateful he is not tracking down pieces of armor right now.
Sorry. Busy surveying the situation. I'm sure you'll figure something out. You guys have all sorts of gadgets these days. Wiretapping, telescopic batons, futuristic circuit bending to infiltrate harbor machinery.
Okay.
Maybe you could even knock that Kowalson crane over using some remote controls. Or calling in tactical air support. You guys have air support, right?
Moment, wir können Luftunterstützung auffordern? Jetzt haben Sie mir das nicht erzählt.
Because we don't. We don't have air support or any of those other things.
I get it. Hush hush about the secret technology. All right, I may have some advice for you on how to deal with Jean-Luc there, out of solidarity to the RCM. It's low in technology, however.
Okay.
First, don't fight him, obviously. Second, get him to share his theory by being subordinate. Admit your lack of expertise. Basically, grow him. That's how I do it. You're welcome.
Maybe that would work. We'll have to see.
Ich glaube, das probieren wir mal aus. Und machen damit auch gleich mal Feierabend dann. Aber wir speichern. Okay.
Your race descent has only worsened since I last saw you. You have really let yourself go.
Warum sind nicht bei die Hardy Boys?
I am not the first line of defense. I am the last. In addition, these so-called Hardy Boys are an effeminate clique of bodybuilders. Their company is spiritually degrading.
You pick up on something artificial in his tone, like he's putting on an act. This is unlike him. He is usually more himself.
Da steckt mehr dahinter. Was haben Sie gegen sie?
Fine. They have recently fallen under the influence of a possibly sexually perverted female vagrant and a narcotics peddler. It's shameful.
Aww.
Find out for yourself, endomorphic blob.
Interesting.
Gehen wir diese abgefahrene Rassenklassifikation nochmal durch.
There is nothing funky about them. There are 3 category types. CF are a music lesser rate the mesquite.
It seems unlikely that 2 human beings produce genetically sterile offspring.
Yes, it is. I cannot possibly imagine what else we have to discuss, Tibere Vasholian. Your love for disco racist.
Welcome to Revachol. You hear him yell at a redhead woman visiting the fritter nearby. He must think redheads are immigrants.
Okay.
I am not like them.
The drawings are precise and look true to their pseudo-scientific ambitions. One thing, however, it is not entirely free of throwbacks in the phylogenetic tree. His large jaw, for example, could be a trait indicative of criminalism. Also, his earlobes could be small.
Wir schleimen ihn mal ein.
Correct. There is nothing funky. Those are a receding genetic pool has led them. You know them.
Mahoon is a derogative term for first world people. In some,
the mound
colorful tassels are.
The Vespertine, the other large overproduction, as proven by the mound and the mask. Occident, the Areopagie, the latter is perfected. Type B.
The Koikos of Grad, Yugo, Zhimsk.
To an untrained eye, pinkness is the Koiko.
Wouldn't he be one for ethnostates?
The Vasholians.
Is it 82,000 years that we've been recording history? You have very little idea of what is happening. but that seems a little off.
Piep. Ja, ich will das noch, dass ich den sozusagen irgendwie überzeugen kann, dass wir durchkommen können.
The mysteries of the people of this planet are a tragedy that has played out countless times. The revolution. Enough of tips, CF are a lesser. The mesquite.
It seems unlikely that two human beings.
You are right. Then there is the Simino Koiki Kaimira. The Koiko, this will but enough. It is cruel. Tips, CF are amused. It would be cruel. I cannot possibly imagine what else we have to discuss. Tibere Vasholian. Don't be vulgar. White or not has got little to do with this. The race enigma runs much deeper than that. Mr. Clare is a man of vision and means. He has the will to confront international capital. Something your race, naivistic communists, never did. Of course you are, Revachol. Above all, rampant multinational finance still reigning large. Tell me, where have you gotten your love of pathetic communism from? Rock and roll is... I am not surprised you enjoy it so much. This has happened to many of the side products of the inevitable. The South Island. We are the future. That is... I am a descendant. The narrow streets of Ulimbuir are with me in my genetic dreams. I see young Simonese women walk into the grey mass on Ile de Fantôme, waiting on a Magno. I have heard about it on the radio. Yes.
This could have made him more open to discussing the race enigma with you.
We still need to get into the harbor. We need help with the tree situation. There must be another way.
Ja, das habe jetzt keinen Nerv dafür, ehrlich gesagt. Brauchen wir den später platt. Also beziehungsweise versuchen wir nächstes Mal überzeugen, dass es uns mal rauslässt, sozusagen. Ja, damit sage ich schon mal auf YouTube vielen Dank fürs Zuschauen. Und sorry, dass wir dazu nochmal bei diesen Arschloch wieder da sein müssen und wahrscheinlich auch durch müssen in der Richtung. Aber ich mache mich aber schlau, ob wir wirklich da bei diesen Arschloch durch müssen. Da gibt es ja auch einen anderen Weg, wo wir diese Scheiße nicht durchhalten müssen. Jedenfalls bedanke ich mich fürs Zuschauen. Lasst gerne ein Like da auf YouTube und gerne auch ein Abo. Wenn ihr live dabei sein wollt, kommt doch gerne auf Twitch vorbei. Link ist unten in der Videobeschreibung. Gerne auch ein Follow da lassen. Abo muss nicht sein. Könnt ihr aber auch, wenn ihr könnt oder mögt. Social Links sind auch in der, wie heißt es, in der Kanalbeschreibung. Da findet ihr die Links zu meinen Social Media Kanälen, wo ihr dann immer die Ankündigungen und auch, ja, vielleicht immer wieder mal Sendepläne mitbekommt, so dass gleich was Neues reinkommt. Mal gucken. Also dann, ich wünsche euch was. Macht es gut. Bis dann. Tschüss.